So now you're familiar with some of the basics, let's actually work on a real life blog post. So, I've just gone to this blog here, and I've literally taken the URL, and the reason I'm showing you this is so that you can see there's a lot of navigation here at the top, share icons, there's a sidebar, and at the bottom, there's loads of content here, and I don't really want any of this in my ebook. So in Designrr, when you give it the URL, it strips all that out, so you're left with a really clean look. And so if I scroll through this document, you can see that everything is really nicely styled. There's no sharing icons in there, and the layout is all done automatically. So we basically repaginate on the fly. So let's tweak this now. So the first thing I want to do is I want to change the overall look from sort of a very dark background to a light one. So in the theme section here, there are a ton of themes that you can literally click on and it will instantly change the look and feel. So I can click on that and click on United. See, it's a slightly smaller font with red links. Superhero is a dark blue. Space Lab, a light blue links, but and a very light grey font. If I click on something like readable, then I kind of get like a Times style font, but big bold headers and footers. So let's go with this one to start with. So what I want to do first of all is possibly change the header image. So I showed you how to do that in a previous video, but let's just do that now. So I've literally clicked on select page. Remember, we need to do that. Click on Media Manager, search, and let's search for something a bit more abstract, like cycle or bicycle, something like that. And there we go, some bikes here. Okay. Now, while that image pulls in, next thing I want to focus on is the title, okay? Because now, this title is dark and obviously it gets lost. So I just select that once, okay? Go to text style, and I'm changing the color here. And I'm just going to change it to a very light gray there. Okay, and that stands out really nicely. Now, if you want to change the font here, again, you click on it once and click on the G for Google Fonts, and up pop all the Google fonts, and you can literally just click on any of these and it will switch it out for you. So click on that and you can see the font changes instantly. Okay, so let's assume that's all good. If I want to adjust some things here, so like this container box, I want to move it and shrink it a bit, so I can just literally grab it at the end here and move it. Now, one thing you notice is you can't drag the whole box, okay? So you can't accurately move this around. And the reason for that is because, we repaginate everything, so everything is fluid throughout your whole document. Now, there is a way you can make minor adjustments, and I'll show you that in the last video, but it's the reason we leave it until the end is because once you start adjusting things exactly, then the system won't be able to repaginate automatically for you, because you're setting things to be exact according to the page, whereas at the moment everything is fluid because we take care of all the repagination. So at this stage, don't try to do any micro adjustments or try to drag these titles around. Stick with the layout that's been provided, and I'll show you how to adjust it right at the end. So first of all, I want to change the ebook author. Okay, and you can see that that's still too dark. So I can change that to a light color like that. The other thing I could do is put it in a border, and I do that by literally selecting the surrounding container. And I'll do that again so you can see it. Selecting the surrounding container there, and then going to background, because I'm saying the background color, and then I'll click on color, and maybe I'll change it to a light blue, or in fact I'll change it to a dark blue like that. Okay, and what I tend to do is when I have a solid color like that, if I change the opacity out a bit, it gives it a bit of a lift. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is change the headings. So in fact what I'll do is I'll change the heading here and I'll make it that same color, okay, which it was here, wasn't it? Okay, like that. And the font, I want to change that to a white font because now I'm on a dark background. Like that. There we go. So that's my header. Done. And my footer in the same way. I'm just going to change the background color. Okay. And it remembers the last color under here. So you can just select that. That blue is probably too dark now. That won't stand out. So I'm just going to select that link and I'm going to change the text style to white. There we go. Okay. So that's my headers, my footers and my headers done. Okay. And you see that's changed that throughout the whole document. Now I want to just talk about images. Sometimes you might have an image that's bigger than the page size. And what will happen is this will bleed over. Okay, let's see if I can't actually show you because it's already resized it. But sometimes it will bleed over. So all you need to do is select it and then shrink it. Okay, and then you'll be able to adjust, accordingly. Okay, so that's most of the content done. I'm happy with my theme. And what I'm going to do is just add the call to action at the end. Okay, so this next step I don't need. This has actually come directly from the blog. Okay, so let's just take this off. And then there's a call to action element here, which I just click on that and drag it in. Okay, and it puts it on the next page like this. And here is where I can just double click to edit. And I can put my call to action there. It will automatically put a link in for me. Okay, so and I'll show you that. If I click on that and click edit, okay, then you can see the link there. Okay, and that's basically it with my first article. Okay, so then all I need to do is click on save, and then I can preview that. Okay, and see what it looks like, and then click publish to generate the PDF. And here's the PDF link. Okay, so then if I want this to save it, I just need to right click on this and do a save as. Actually means Safari, so I need to go to the menu. But if you're in Chrome, you should be able to right click and save as, or use file save as from the menu. You can grab the link itself from up here. Okay, but essentially in Designer, once you've generated a PDF, then it will be saved for you. So when I go back out of the project, let's wait for that to refresh, it will generate a thumbnail for you and it will store the PDF here. Okay, so anytime you would need it, you can just go back into it and access it straight away. Okay, so that's it with creating a document ready to go. Let's show you some more advanced topics.